let's get to the Epstein files. Here's a video done by the Free Press that has caught a lot of traction, and it kind of talks about the nasty, blatant things that was going on with Epstein. And one of the reasons why Epstein was so rich is because he's a Mossad agent. He has secrets on Israel and Russia, and he's got them hidden somewhere. And basically, he had these countries at his heel because they was helping him run this international crime ring. And here's some videos that they found at other places, not to mention why has America not going after some of these other homes, as Lena so eloquently said, and some other friends of mine have said, why has we not going after every single home he's owned? But take a look at this.
These are videos seized from Epstein's devices, footage he recorded himself, received from others, or downloaded from the internet. They paint the most vivid picture yet of Jeffrey Epstein's dark world. And while they're technically public, they are stored in a way that makes them very hard to find or browse. The public then has two choices: download hundreds of gigabytes of data, or click through hundreds of web pages one by one. We've published all 14 hours of this footage, excluding only obvious duplicates, audio-only files, and fully redacted videos that contain neither sound nor image. You can watch them yourself. We're doing this because the public deserves to see what's in these files, not hidden in a government database, but clear and easy to access. As I watched hours and hours of this footage, here's what stood out to me. Many of the videos in the set showcase the luxury lifestyle: manicured island alleyways glowing in the morning sun, meals at high-end restaurants, parties on the yachts and private jets. One nearly 38-minute VHS tape of Epstein's Island looks like something out of the Succession opening credits. And it carries the same unease, because no matter how glossy the footage looks, you can never quite forget that what you're watching is a potential crime scene in progress. Partly because whenever women appear on camera, their faces, and often their bodies, are obscured by black squares.
Tell us what you'll be learning today.
I'm learning some
Yay!
my boyfriend's
Exactly.
Far more appear to be videos sent back to him. Young women dancing, or sitting, or lying down in bed, their bodies obscured by black squares. Another set of videos, filmed by Epstein himself, offers a clearer look at how he treated women.
Look a little happier. Smile when you spit. Smile like that. Go ahead, just one. You can smile, it's okay. Look at me like you love me.
In one clip, he seems to urge a girl to do something she's clearly uncomfortable with.
Just think about it.
In later clips, she appears to be shaking her head. None of these videos reveal a new Epstein. They reveal the same one, over and over again, operating in plain sight, insulated by wealth, surrounded by enablers, and confident that the videos, like everything else, belong to him.
This just makes me sick to my stomach. Because as black people, these rich white guys used to point the finger at us, and now they're pointing the finger at immigrants so that you wouldn't look and see what they're really doing. That is the top-down scenario they tried to create in this society. Oh, those black people in the hood, they smoking crack. These rich white dudes snort so much cocaine, you would think that it snows in their brain. But they point the finger at us. They're running around here trafficking girls, but they would say black people are hypersexual. Really? And now that all this stuff is coming out, you mean to tell me, Pam Bondi, it is too big to fail? Like what the fuck is this? We bailing out corporations? No. Take their asses all to jail. Let new blood come up that respects the law and burn it down, because we know who's in it. And in the next video, I'll show you a couple of clips of who's in it. But Lena, I'm interested to hear from you. When you see this type of bull jive, what do you think?
When I see it, first of all, I am very much so enraged. I have been refraining from looking at this specific material because I had read the documents. So I didn't want to see these things, not because I don't think I can stomach it, but because I know myself and I'm going to want to go out and do something. So when we say that we want to press for these people to go to jail, they need to be put in prison. Okay. They need to be locked up. There's no other solution. Pam Bondi sitting up there caping for them is absolutely ridiculous. And as everyone says, she needs to be out of a job. Okay. She needs to be almost locked up with them because she's the one who told us she had the files on her desk. How do you have all these millions of files on your desk? So you lied the whole time. It's this constant abuse of people behind the scenes with these people with power, because not only were they committing these acts against these young women, they perpetuated ritualistic acts. There's
Right.
rumors of them, eating the flesh of humans and things like that. And I don't know how far I can go into that, but I won't. You guys can look into that for yourself. But just the fact that there's documentation that these things happen and that they were so ceremonial, it needs to be put to an end. And I don't know if you were going to go into his properties next, or if I should talk about that right now, because I know he had that Zorro Ranch, and I believe it's in New Mexico. And a lot of his properties, were sold and acquired by other people, but they're rumored to have all of these bodies on the properties and everything. And they were also never investigated. So we don't know the full extent of what happened to these girls. I think that talking about, the abuse aspect is glossing over also the potential murder that occurred and everything else along those lines.
100% agree. You summarized that as well as you can do it. Folks, this is the biggest cover-up almost in world history. Almost. And I say world history because it's not just America involved. Russia's involved. Israel's involved. Hungary is involved. All the places that have dictators are tied up in this mess. This was like a slave trade for women. Basically, you're making them sex slaves. And people died probably trying to escape. Some people died probably trying to protect these girls. There's cases where they're saying there's law officers missing. And when you start seeing that, that's when you know that there are some rich and powerful people involved in this little cabal that, if outed, the embarrassment of what would happen would probably make them commit suicide. I'm being straight with you, Lena. These white dudes can't handle it. Now, do I think Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide? No. Hell no. No. He knew where all the bodies was at. He knows where the tapes is at. The only other person that probably knows everything is Ghislaine Maxwell. And now she's talking about she wants clemency, and if Trump give her a pardon, she won't say nothing, which I'm just kind of like, Democrats, hurry up, because you need to put the squeeze on her. You need to offer either you gonna talk, bitch, or you get in the electric chair. Yeah. One or the other one. Because
I think that they should retry her in Florida, and give her the death penalty.
Yes. Yes.
Get her out of here. Yes. She doesn't deserve to live. Sorry.
You didn't see me backtrack, because the men are evil and heinous, yes. But to me, what's even worse is when you have a woman who gains the trust of other women to make it seem like it's okay to be around these men. Like a woman meeting a man right off the street, especially an old guy. If you're a girl, you like 17, 16, some dude who's old enough to be your granddaddy, you ain't gonna be trying to get close to him, not like that. But when you bring in a Ghislaine Maxwell or other women that was helping, and there was actual parents taking their kids to the damn island, thinking that these men could help their kids get over, knowing what these men was really doing. Lena, it is sick. And I think another reason why they don't want to let this out is because if white America lets this out, a lot of people's eyes are going to be open to what I just said. All the stuff that they projected on black people, immigrants, Mexicans, and women, you're going to see that the real devil was the white man, and they don't want to let it out. And so, speaking of white men, let's see who's on this list, Lena. Here's a video. It's going to move a little fast, but there are a couple of names you're going to want to see, because a couple of these names are everyday household names, and you might want to quit using their products. Here we go. I mean, Lena, that was the whitest cornbread list I've ever seen in my life. You had Peter Thiel up there, Kathy, I forgot her name, but she just had to resign. She worked on a company on Wall Street. You had Pete Lick a Nut Lick up there. Half of the Trump administration was up there. Elon Musk is in there. And then you had that guy, Leon Black. He's one of the co-founders and owners of Shutterfly. They do the photography for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody on that list and in this Trump administration should be anywhere near children. That's probably why we can't get no bill to pay for early child care, because they want to create damn early child care. Stay your asses away from the babies, okay? And so many other those people you seen up there. I'm gonna tell you what you didn't see, Lena. You didn't see no black people.
Yeah.
You didn't see no Hispanic people. You didn't see black women. You saw white women who like I said, I could say that they are a worse case than the men, because they're enabling trust that would normally be a filtering process. But having said that, Lena, what do you think about that list? And can we get some justice and get these people taken down?
Yeah, I think the list is to be expected. I mean, even if we look at who has the wealth and the power in this country, I mean, it's not going to be predominantly us, it's going to be predominantly them. So when we talk about these elites in these circles, I don't know what people thought was going to happen, who they thought was going to be in there, but it's the people that I assumed would be in there. And as you stated, there are many women that were enablers, and things like this can't happen, without women enabling. So women also have to do a big job, especially white women, with taking a stand and making sure that this does not happen to young girls in their community again.
Exactly. And we will shout out. Now, when we say white people, of course, we're not talking about all white people. We know that there are tons of progressives that's got our back and have been charging this fight, out there protesting with us. They've been heard what black people and minorities have been saying for years and have been chanting with us. Shout out to you all. I've had it. David Packman, some of the other great content providers and folks that are actually doing some work. We're not talking about y'all. We know y'all got our back. We're talking about that cabal that sets these narratives and propagandize society and get people who have no ability to think critically because they believe everything that is in the Bible and whatever their religion is, and then they siphon off that so that they don't have to use their mind to think. We're talking about those folks. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about y'all.